You're watching this week's show with Dan and Mike.
This week's show.
Hello there.
And we are going to, it feels like a lifetime ago in some ways.
It was.
But we're going to do a little bit of a 2000 Trees reminisce, I guess.
We've rehydrated.
Genuinely. The hardest bit for me when it came to the heat was the fact that I never cooled down overnight.
No.
Yeah, it was just so...
It didn't drop below 15 overnight.
No, so we went to 2000 Trees. It is one of the best festivals. It's so chill every time we go back. Like, you remember why you love it.
It is chill as in the vibe is chill.
Yeah.
This year it was sweaty.
So we're wondering if this is the one of this year, because we've had a Bloodstock, which felt like we were being roasted alive.
There's still time.
Still time. We had a Reading, which definitely is up there as possibly the worst. But also Download 20 was a scorcher as well, with an extra day.
Yeah.
So Trees this year has put its hand in to try and say that pay attention to me, we can do hot. I think I counted something like 20 fans in the press area, keeping everybody cool.
Yeah, everyone came loaded, didn't they?
There was somebody genuinely with a standing fan about this big. We had our neck fans, my little USB fan. And,
just to get some movement of air, because there was no breeze or anything and no real shade unless you're in amongst the trees.
Yeah, and genuinely trying to get into that. Nobody was being aggressive about it, but every time we left the press area to go for a wander around, all of the shade just had people crammed into it, like one of those.
It was quite funny because I went to see Employed to Serve.
Yes.
And you literally see them at the side of the stage doing their pre-gig chant or whatever, their huddle to get them all. And they walked out on stage, and there was probably about 50 to 100 people there.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's going on, kind of thing. And then as soon as they started strumming and bashing the drums, and everyone just came in. And it was just
out of the shade.
They must have walked on stage and go, hello. What, have we gone back 10 years and just playing in a little small venue? No, we're on the main stage at a major UK festival. But the crowd turned up within a couple of notes and bounced around, created the biggest dust storm there was. And,
oh my God.
And then as soon as they finished, everyone dissipated again.
It was not a day to be stood all day by the stage that you wanted. Get the shade that you could.
I think if you were playing in one of the tents, it was probably good because it would be packed.
Yeah.
But it was also very, very muggy in some of those tents.
But hats off to the festival organisers. There was water points everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Welfare points everywhere. And the security that I saw running the stages, they seem to be the type of security that are just happy to be there and not minding crowd surfers, helping people out, because we also had fancy dress at 2000 Trees, which meant some of the crowd surfers were going up in cardboard boxes.
Yeah, there was a full tribe of people dressed as a different element from a box of Cadbury's Heroes.
Yeah.
Which was insane. I went up to one guy because I was filming and trying to get some of the essence of the festival.
Oh, yes.
And I went up to him and goes, "Oh, they melted yet?" And he's like, "Give them a squish, find out." So I went, "Oh." And he had literally just very carefully unravelled each one of the tiny little chocolates and put some sponge in there. I mean, that's clever thinking.
I was going to say, because otherwise that would be a very, very uncomfortable looking thing by the end of the day.
It would just be little pockets of pus.
Yeah. Lush.
Chocolatey sweet pus.
Lush. So lush.
But then for Let Live,
yeah,
they'd done something with Marshall, who were one of the key sponsors.
Yeah. And
a Marshall amp with a human inside crowd surfed over her, and then Jason stopped the song. He's like, "Come on, up you come." Unplugged one of the guitarists and plugged it into the make-believe amp. It's like, right, there you go. It's just Jason being Jason. He started off in pristine white outfits and ended up the set in just his boxers.
I mean, before he got to his boxers, that pristine white outfit
dripped.
And then picked up the dust of the storm.
Yeah.
So it genuinely looked like he had pulled a John McClane, which was turn up in a nice outfit.
Yeah.
And then
end up in a vest.
Yeah.
No.
But if you've not seen him either with Let Live or...
you probably won't see them with Let
No,
Live now.
but it's Fever 333 as well,
That's
isn't
his
it?
other band, yes.
Then you haven't lived until you've seen this gentleman perform live, because he's
an enigma.
Yes. To watch somebody literally put the microphone inside their mouth to scream.
And then pick up a wedge monitor and bash it into his head banging to get the feedback whilst it's cocooned in his mouth and he's screaming. It's just like, what a dude.
And they also climbed the rafters as well, didn't he?
He did indeed. And he also took some time out before the show to come and have an interview with us, with the rest of the boys from Let Live, which you can find on our +1 account on YouTube, which is MJRS +1.
And make sure on both channels, do what Mike just whispered, and that is like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment on the interviews. Let us know what your favourite part was. Comment on our blogs, because we like to hear from you guys. It's awesome.
And it really does help us shift that little teensy bit around in the algorithm.
We are completely and utterly self-funded, which means that there's no funding. So any help that you guys give genuinely means a lot to us. We do quite a lot per week.
A radio show of 2 hours and 2 podcasts a week on average.
Yep.
Plus all the socials and...
Then actually getting to gigs and festivals.
Yeah.
So...
still got Bloodstock to come in a couple of weeks' time as well.
I'm very excited for this, because I think...
should be good.
We're going to have possibly... And I've not said this about Bloodstock, but possibly the most entertaining set across 3 nights of headliners, because of how varied they are.
Yeah.
They don't really have, because Bloodstock like to do the respect to OGs, don't they? So we've had...
Well, they've got that as the support as well.
That's the thing.
With Trivium, they've got Emperor as support.
And I like it when you have something, because we've got Trivium, Machine Head, and Gojira. And what a steal it is having Gojira, probably booked for 18 months, 2 years.
I reckon they probably got booked just after they played the Olympics.
Yeah, and it's great for Gojira because they get to say that they're closing out a UK festival.
It's a sold-out UK festival.
That too. And it's great for Bloodstock because we've had Trivium headline before. Mm-hmm. We've had Machine Head headline. Mm-hmm. They did one of the first ones of the open air variety, I believe.
One of, yeah. About 3 in, I think. But then Gojira's headlined as well.
Yeah, so
we didn't see them headline though.
That's what I was going to say.
We've seen Trivium and Machine Head.
But I think when Gojira headlined, we were at Boomtown.
We were indeed.
And that's... So, internet stuff that made me really happy this week, seeing, not to begin with...
Are you going to give props to Metallica, you mean?
I am definitely going to, because we share stuff to each other just out of sheer interest. And we love Tomorrowland. We can't wait until our situation allows us to go there. We want to take our interview model and go see whether we can have some fun with some of the acts that are at Tomorrowland. And I said to Mike, I was like, I only want to go if Martin Garrix is headlining, all the usual stuff.
He still managed to play this year.
Yeah.
He was like, on his post, he was like, I am shocked and surprised that I'm writing this, but my set on the main stage is still going ahead. And I was just like, what?
And they did it in a way that they put the stage in front of the burnt down stage.
Well, you couldn't rip it down.
No, it's like dangerous.
So if you don't know, Tomorrowland's main stage is a bit like Boomtown. It takes from design and inspiration through to getting a DJ on that stage is about 2 years end to end, because it's a full theatre production
and like
on the
stage, lighting rigs for something. Oh my God! It
just looked, because it was done because it burnt down 2 days before they were supposed to have DJs on. And props to the team at Tomorrowland for being able to get people on site and not have to cancel the entire thing, but also the community that came together.
Music.
Yeah, the music community. It doesn't matter if it's, if you're into the dance music or anything. It was just everyone came together knowing that this is the biggest event in dance music on mainland Europe, and built a stage and sound, light, visuals, the screens and everything, but it all come from the metal fraternity.
Metallica stepped in. Apparently, logistics and backline meant that Metallica's stuff was close enough
and free to be able to use.
Yes. And we've obviously talked about this before because the 20th anniversary of Download changed the landscape of Download permanently. Because Metallica were doing the 2 nights in every city tour, and they were bringing their towers for stadiums.
They're still doing that tour. They're coming back to the UK next year to,
so that tour's
to do the
still going.
stadiums version of it.
But Andy Coppin loved their stage set so much that he has kept the towers every year since.
Yeah, he just loans them to Metallica now.
But it's one of the things that fascinates us because we did promotions, we've done load-ins, load-outs. But the sheer logistics of trying to get Metallica's stadium show, around the world is huge anyway.
Oh, yeah. I think they've probably got at least 2 of exactly the same thing because it's going to take a couple of days normally to set up for Metallica.
Yeah. So
but for Tomorrowland, they must have had one of their things in Belgium in like a warehouse or something.
Yeah.
All packed in the Trans Ams ready to go, and they were like, "You can have ours if you want. We'll just back it in." They didn't have the towers or anything, but it was the stage
like
screening and
the
lighting. But I think it was the Friday afternoon. They had some DJ on and they'd posted it up on the Tomorrowland socials. And the screens were going, the lights were going, the DJ giving it all this. And there were these 2 workmen with their hard hats on top of the stage, just battening down some, making sure that the stage was still being built whilst the DJs were in the middle bit.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was just like...
Because my heart genuinely went like... I
remember when Glastonbury's Pyramid stage burnt down in the 90s. But that was a week or so before the event, so they managed to get a stage set up in time. It was a tiny little stage.
Yeah.
But sorry.
No, I was just going to say, because it was the 2 days beforehand, I sent it to you going, this is heartbreaking. And also millions and millions of pounds worth of equipment lost.
I would
as
imagine
well.
so. Or euros, because it's in Belgium.
Euros, sorry, yeah. But then to have like that success story, and it was lovely because you were saying about Martin Garrix's post.
Yeah.
And Metallica even took the time to comment on it. Just a little black heart from the metal community. But what's great is nobody from the metal community, like Metallica, didn't report any of this. They don't want any props for it. They just...
No.
It's been their entire lives to do huge stage shows. And what's lovely to see is that a band like that isn't so jaded that they don't understand what Tomorrowland meant to its fans.
Well, it's a global event. It's like Coachella or Glastonbury or Rock am Ring, for instance. It's one of these festivals that's a global destination that people will fly from Brazil to Glastonbury or from
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland or something. People will fly halfway around the world just to go and experience that particular festival because there's a handful of them around the world that are just beyond everything.
I mean, Download's one of ours as well. Like that's
it is, but you can see some of the acts at Download. You'd see, maybe at Bloodstock or at Reading, or even Metallica or Glastonbury.
Wacken and what's the?
Yeah, it's Rock am Ring's the closest.
What's the one in France?
Hellfest,
thank you.
Yeah.
So I know that you can, but it is that international appeal. Like people just want to come to Download for Download. But you're right, Tomorrowland doesn't have an equivalent tour circuit that you can go and catch the same caliber of stuff. I mean, I still watch now Tomorrowland sets from the EDM producers and creators that I like because, I mean, one, the light show is insane. I think that it's places like Tomorrowland and Boomtown because we saw similar at Boomtown when we did.
They have all that construction.
But it's changed Reading. Like when we used to go to Reading, they didn't have this impressive lighting setup. Whereas when me and Heidi, our manager, went last year for the second stage, which is now a huge EDM dance pit, it's got rigging over the top so that they fire lasers down into the crowd. Tomorrowland has set the standard for years.
I think so, yeah.
Though I reckon there's a few people at Boomtown, because of Boomtown's aesthetic, where they like to do that post-apocalyptic thing. I wonder if they're like, well, maybe after this year's, if we just burn it down for next year's, then we've got the aesthetic.
Too soon.
Yeah, no, not for insurance. I'm not criticising Boomtown. It's Boomtown tells a story every year. You get a proper village to town-sized set of everything.
But I think that's what they do with Tomorrowland.
It's quite similar, isn't it?
You can go there and not see any of the DJs or acts and still be completely immersed in it and have the time of your life.
Yeah. So, I'm so pleased that you realised where I was going with that one, because that did make me so happy as just a little fanboy, you know?
I haven't seen any reports of sets or anything, but I'm just wondering how many DJs that do the live sampling and stuff threw in a couple of Metallica riffs or something. I
mean, there are so many. Do you remember when Chester passed?
That was this weekend as well.
Yeah,
the memorial of it.
So many dance DJs did tributes to him in like the most beautiful of ways, and I'd never
crossover.
I had never heard like the versions that they played until they started hitting the internet, and I was like, this is glorious. On that, did you see what went, it's popped back up, I kind of already knew it, but what has been going around on TikTok and Instagram over the last couple of weeks about Linkin Park is the sample of Faint and the fact it's from like a Bond movie.
Yes, it is.
And then it's reversed, stripped down, bits are like spliced and repeated.
Yeah.
I did know about that, but it does make me smile when stuff like that comes back up and shows people, like, you wouldn't think it just listening to Faint, you're like, oh, it's a cool hook. But the fact that it's from a movie makes it even cooler, because every time I watch that scene in the movie, it's like my spidey sense tingles because I recognise it in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then it's the guy that shows how you can produce these things that's gone viral again. But yeah, I just...
if you like that kind of dance metal crossover, just follow our friend John Mahon.
Yeah.
Because he is all about that. If you saw his set at Download, which is now available on his YouTube channel, so you can watch the entire thing, all of his costume changes, all of his sweat.
I mean, I like to sweat with John Mahone because I put it on at least one workout. Like when I know I'm going to do a long workout and I don't have to choose tracks, just stick on John Mahone's set instead.
Exactly, because it's all like kind of EDM fast beats, but it's got Nirvana riffs, it's got Bring Me the Horizon, there's the Sleep Token mashup. It's
also the wrestling theme tunes as well.
Yeah, that as well.
He knows exactly what wants to drop.
Can we mention John Mahon anymore on this podcast? Well, I reckon, John, you should sponsor our podcast because we mention you pretty much every week.
Or at least guest sometime. You've got to come and sit on the sofa.
Ooh.
I would love to hear some of the stories that haven't made it out anywhere else from John, because I know he's got loads.
Oh, yes.
We don't really have... We did such a big one last week anyway, but the weeklies of the WWE are ticking over quite nicely. Things are building slowly.
Cody Rhodes is turning heel.
I think that they're doing a very recent wrestling thing that they do is I think they're giving all of the signs that he's going to turn heel, but then he's not.
Because he was wearing the Rock's watch when he was signing the
contract
thing, and when he walked into the stadium, he was wearing the glasses of the Rock as well.
Yeah,
I picked up on that. It's like,
but I think that we're being deliberately led down that garden path.
You think it's a switcheroo?
I think that
switch and bait.
Well, Cody.
Bait and switch. Sorry.
We've got Gunther on the other title as a heel. We've got John Cena, who's having the best championship run, sorry if you disagree, but the best championship run of his career, because it's funny, it's interesting, he's playing so many different characters at the moment. I genuinely love to see what stupid stuff they're going to come up with every time he appears. Whereas I don't see what business sense it makes to turn Cody heel when they've been trying to make him somewhere between original Hulk Hogan, you know, the all-American star, and John Cena, where it's, virtue above victory and all of this sort of stuff. And it's not like Cody hasn't had, he's used weapons before. We saw it at one Saturday night main event where he took out Kevin Owens, I think it was Kevin Owens, by doing a crossroads onto the belt.
Kevin Owens successfully had his surgery.
And if we're still believing that Seth has knee problems, he also looks like he's wandering around on crutches. But I don't know.
He's down to have surgery by all accounts.
I just don't know. I don't know if I trust Paul Heyman enough.
Enough at all.
It still feels like there could, SummerSlam is coming. It's the first of the two nights. I just wonder whether or not they are taking this storytelling and kayfabe to such a huge extent that they've decided to see whether they can fake an injury this severe so that Seth then comes back at SummerSlam when nobody's expecting him to steal a title? I don't know.
We've got a couple weeks.
But
I think the best wrestling thing was not on any wrestling output for last week.
oh, are you talking what happened on the Jimmy Kimmel guest show?
Jimmy Kimmel is, if you don't know, late night talk show host in America. He's the West Coast one, whereas Jimmy Fallon is the East Coast one, and Stephen Colbert has just been cancelled. But we won't go into that. Follow that on TikTok, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So Kimmel's been off. He's on his summer holds at the moment, so he's having guest presenters. So like he's had Anthony Michael, is it, something like that? He's had Chris Stefano last week for a couple of days, and the couple of the days were hosted by Jelly Roll, who was absolutely amazing.
He's a really good presenter.
His comedy timing is he just keeps going up and up and up. But his very first guest was his tag team partner, as he calls it,
for Slam Dunk. SummerSlam. Oh my God.
Mr. Randy Orton. So they're having a good conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it was interview. Randy was not dressed as a wrestler. He was just in jeans and civvies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre walks through the door.
The man mountain that is.
Yeah, as a give it all that.
Yeah.
And Randy's like, look, dude, this is not the place all the time. This is a late night TV thing. And then they go at it and crash out through the door.
Yeah.
And poor Guillermo was just like, what's going on? Guillermo's the head security guy, but he's on crutches at the moment. And as that crashes out through the door where the guests are supposed to come out of, Mr. Logan
talking
Paul, smack.
Completely.
He gave it all this, and he slapped Jelly Roll, and then as soon as he slapped Jelly Roll, I was like, oh no.
Somebody's going through a table.
Oh no.
Somebody's going through a table.
So Jelly Roll's like, and then he just turns around and grabs Logan Paul, picks him up and just slams him right through Jimmy Kimmel's desk.
I mean, the one thing, because I've watched a lot of table
I sent it
bumps.
to you, didn't I? As soon as I saw it, it's like, got home from work, it's like, I usually catch up on the Jimmies, as I call it, because it's tea time and interviews and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I literally just texted you, go, oh my God.
Because Logan Paul, like, that was a bump, like, because the table did not cushion nothing on that one.
It was quite a solid table by the looks of it, but he shattered the sides out that way. The top went through, and and you see the shot of Logan as Jelly Roll stands up and goes, right, we'll be back after the break with blah blah blah, and Logan's on the floor just going like, well, that was a harder table than I thought it was going to be.
I think possibly he knocked his head on the floor.
Possibly, but
these things happen when you got to do like that type of bump.
Yeah.
The thing
you shouldn't just give it all that to Jelly Roll, because he's on it now.
But we saw this back in like the Attitude Era, when they first, like, wrestling went from being a small thing to being a worldwidely known product. Whereas now you can see how much wrestling is starting to get into pop culture in a different way. And this was a great way of doing it, because you have a YouTuber, one of the biggest country and western stars ever, because he's huge. He's broken past the popularity of just his genre.
I like what,
and everybody loves
I like what Jenny said. It's like, and if anyone asks, my name is Post Malone, who he's doing the global tour with in stadiums.
Yeah.
It's just like, but you said about the popular culture crossover.
Yes.
So SummerSlam is being hosted by Cardi B.
She has been very happy about it for a little while now.
Yes, but she has beef.
Ooh.
And it could end up in the ring. Ooh. A lot of people are saying her and, is it Jade Cargill?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, have been swapping messages on socials, and with Triple H involved as well. So,
well, normally what they do with the host is they do like a 5-minute funny match.
No, I think that's probably what it could be.
Do you remember before you got into it?
I won't remember it then.
No, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and that's because it was meant to be a 5-minute funny match with Shane McMahon, Vince's son.
Right.
But he jumped up for a move, tore his quad straight away, and on the fly, they put the Miz against Snoop Dogg. And that's why you have the funniest punches ever.
Snoop just goes, he leans against the ropes, doesn't he? And it just kind of skips over and then just
the
goes,
ropes don't move.
yeah, and then he just goes 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get myself down slowly and just nudge you with the elbow. It's like, love you, Snoop.
But that was called on the fly.
Yeah,
and
I can imagine.
I imagine Snoop had the best time doing it because that type of stuff is fun. But I reckon it'll be that type of thing where it'll either be Cardi B versus Jade in some way, or Cardi will bring out, this is what they tend to do, bring out a wrestler to be their like sort of representative in a fight.
Like Jelly Roll and Orton.
Yeah, so that might be the way they go about it. The only last wrestling thing that I think we have to mention, because it's just everywhere at the moment, and it's again, it's the most watched moment of the WWE over the last few weeks. New merch, everything like that, but obviously Mr. Roman Reigns has returned to the ring.
He has, and he's on everything. He's on everything now until SummerSlam.
Yeah, which is great because Roman elevates everybody around him. Like, there's always people talking about backstage power, but Roman's one of those ones that, like, if you look at, and this is something I think it was Chris Van Vliet that somebody who was chatting to, but something really important to remember about Roman Reigns is it doesn't matter who he's fighting. You can tell the fact that he's not trying to always put himself over because he sells other people's moves like they've straight up killed him. Do you know what I mean? Like when he needs to go down off of a finisher, he genuinely looks like he's died in the ring because he's so good at selling other people's stuff. That's what makes him so popular, both with people that he works with and the WWE universe of fans, is when somebody doesn't do that type of selling, it kind of shows after a while.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons why the Cena run is so interesting at the moment, because he's now leaving to chants of thank you, John, because it wasn't really necessarily Cena's backstage power that people try and attribute too much to him. Let's not forget Cena was the company man of Vince, and Vince was just weird with the way he did storylines. But Cena, if you go back and look at when Cena started his own like gym for the wrestlers, and like he would spend so much time working with the lower card wrestlers to try and raise them up to a higher level. I'm talking like he helped Big E get like one of the bench press records of his gym, and that was just before New Day had their big push. I mean, what's funny in this video is Roman Reigns is in NXT at this point, and his name, it wasn't Roman Reigns at that point, it was Leaky. Yeah.
I can see why he wants to be known as the original
Tribal Chief himself, yeah.
Original, what's it, OTC1 on his t-shirt now.
Yeah, well they do a lot of branding change, because at one point it was YTC, your Tribal Chief. And so
one Tribal Chief.
Yeah, I've got the OTC t-shirt where Jay had rejoined Jey Uso, and that's why it's got the tiny section of Yeet on it. And I love it because t-shirts for the WWE are still one of the best value things that you can buy. They don't overprice them. It's not 65 quid for a t-shirt. They're sort of what you'd expect. And the reason being is they pump out so many that you just choose which one falls in line with what you're feeling like. So I love Jey Uso and I love Roman Reigns. So when there was one where I could get both on one t-shirt, I'm like, perfect. Yeet. And there is nothing like wearing an OTT t-shirt and going to festivals. Because to begin with, I wondered what was going on, but so many people just start doing that as you walk past.
That's now the move of Stephanie Vacquer.
Well, no, hers is down here.
Oh, is it?
Roman's up here.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hers is more sort of, yeah.
Yeah, she does the sort of small, powerful one, which, and she is genuinely. I have to apologise because I got it wrong. She's Chilean, not Spanish, like I thought in a previous podcast.
But they speak.
It's a very similar Latin thing, which is why I got it wrong.
Latin Spanish, not Spain Spanish, if that makes sense. It's like American English and English.
Yeah, no, and they're all sort of similar. It's not as different as like if you try and compare an Asian language to a Latin language, there's no commonality. No. But no, apologies. I have now properly done my research.
But
it's because I get excited.
Offense, Stephanie, come over and kick his ass.
Devil's kiss.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, I think that's it. That's us wrapped up for the day. We're really looking forward to getting to Bloodstock and doing SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam's first.
It is next weekend.
And so yeah, we might I have to do another recapping of that, methinks. But we're going to have to, again, work hard to get through what is going to be like 8.5 hours of wrestling card information.
And then get that out before...
Quick enough.
Yeah, quick enough after it, but before we go to Bloodstock and do our Bloodstock hype shows.
Exactly. So there's going to be a lot coming out over the next few weeks.
It's going to be a crazy August, because we've got Reading as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah. And probably just around like Reading weekend, there's going to be like a Saturday night main event that we're going to probably have to watch as well. Fortunately, probably not the twofer of Evolution as well. However, I did see something for October, and I'll give you the relevant research to do, but the Dudley Boys are coming out of retirement to wrestle the Hardy Boys, which is every Attitude Era's sort of like two major tag teams that both of them were always known for absolute craziness.
One wears a fishnet stocking
that's
body.
Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the look that a lot of emos go for, isn't it?
Yeah. And
I'm an emo wrestler, I listen to My Chemical Romance and wrestling.
Pretty much. And then the Dudley Boys, you may recognise that, is the one that he slaps his friend, Devon, get the tables! And they've got the sort of signature glasses. Genuinely, even though this isn't a WWE thing, I'm going to make sure that I've watched that match, because the little Attitude Era fan in me is like, Dudley Boys are coming out of retirement to wrestle the Hardys. This is great. TNA. That's the wrestling company.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool, so yeah, I think we can wrap up and say toodles until next week.
Peace.
Take it easy.